Hey folks, welcome back. Rudy, Alpha Investments. Today we want to have another little shorter conversation regarding the Commander Legends product line. We're going to talk about the draft boxes, the collector boxes. Does anybody care about the Commander set this time? Nobody cares? Just me. My basement, you can see my tether balls. What? Okay, so nobody apparently cares about the Commander Legends Commander deck set. That is the worst name for a product line ever. Hi, yeah, local Amazon.com. Hold on. Local Amazon. I'm looking for the Commander Legends Commander deck. What? Why do you say the same thing twice? That's the most confusing thing ever. Alright, so this is where we're at. Welcome November. Hopefully this video is being filmed at the end of October. So, on the news of the infamous Jewel Lotus, Timmy's losing their mind. I literally checked the mail this morning. I saw multiple Timmys and pieces of cabbage and lettuce rolling down the street screaming as they rolled. It was just the creepiest thing ever. Could be Halloween. Not sure what's going on. So today we're looking at draft boxes first. Draft booster boxes, for those of you who got lucky enough, understand originally I think there's a few small stores trying to lock in their small pre-orders for about that $100, $110 a box. On the backs of these news like Scroll Rack and of course Jeweled Lotus that every Timmy says is now a required staple of every Commander EDH taco helmet, multiplayer, basement, third floor, this, that, ivory tower, blah, blah, acronym, fancy letters after your name. So the booster boxes are pretty much, I'm seeing TCG players showing $130 plus tax. So for most people, they're looking at $140 a box for the regular standard draft boxes of Commander Legends. Ugh, I don't know if I can get behind $140 a box for a draft box. I don't, that's kind of high. I'm sorry, I get the demand and the expected value, and the market's got to move based on expected value, but the 140s, I can't get behind that out the door. That's really top end of the price range in my opinion. In my opinion, I think if you're looking at maybe 120s or less, I think you're in a good spot. Now keep in mind, these are 20 card booster packs. They're fatter booster packs. Fatter as in like you ate a whole bunch of tacos. I mean, these are fatter packs. But there's only 24 packs in a box versus 36. So I believe these are the same printer as the Jumpstart printer, which is why Jumpstart's essentially toast, because this thing's going to be such a home run. Jumpstart's now on the back burner. Wizards is like, that's yesterday's news. Hype train already parked. It's done. Everybody on this hype train. I'm assuming it's the same printer. I don't know if we will know officially when we open, and whoever puts it on YouTube first, usually there's a couple small channels that pop them out real early. We'll know especially if the inside of the booster pack is wrapped. Like the Jumpstart packs have the inner wrapping for the fatter packs. We'll really know then. I thought Jumpstart packs were like 25 cards. Maybe I can't remember now. Well, I'd have to count the lands in the back. We'll know officially if it's the same printer or not. That'll be obvious there. And of course, 24 packs per box versus 36. So, that brings me to an interesting scenario. I want to jump over to the Commander Legends Collector's Box. God, you got to say this stuff carefully just to keep up. So the collector's boxes on TCG Player are $275 plus tax. Holy smokes. So you're looking at almost $290 out the door with tax on TCG Player for these things. Now, I'm going to be very blunt with everyone. Whether you're a patron, you hate me to death, you thumbs down twice, twirly bird down in the basement, whatever you got to do. For some stupid reason, Wizards of the Ivory Tower decided to reduce and make the supply of these Commander Legends collector boxes absurdly low. I don't know why. I don't know why it's reduced when they knew this was like the flagship end of the year thing. Why they would reduce it so much compared to, I don't know, Theros and Zendikar, I have no idea. Like, for a company that wants Money Machine to go burr, why would you take the smallest, cheapest logistical product to manufacture with the least amount of cardboard in the smallest packaging, that's the best packaging of Magic compared to every other cardboard wasting environment stuff, and you make the most profit margin on a collector box? Why is that? I don't understand it. And again, I will never understand Wizards of the Ivory Tower's mindset. I'm just not educated enough. You know, one day I'll move out of my parents' basement, but in the meantime, I put all my money into this bookcase, and the basement life is just what I like. I don't understand it. I truly do not get their decisions with these supply and demand things. I don't get it. Of course, tinfoil hat time. Some people think it's intentionally done to inflate the prices and to keep the price of Jeweled Lotus, extended art, full art, whatever variant there's going to be, showcase art, whatever stupid variant there's going to be. You know, they want it to be really inflated, and the way you do that is you tighten your supply. But you don't want to lose money, so you make a very large print run. You tell distributors and stores and say, hey, Rudy, guess what? It's all reduced, and we all get less. So the price stays inflated intentionally, and then post-release, they release a ton more product. That's a possibility. I don't know. They haven't done that before. I have not seen that before with collector boxes, but it's possible. I know we've had these delays in Wave 1, Wave 2 situation where they told us up front, but on this particular product, we're through 3 weeks from release, and I have not seen any announcements about delays in Wave 1, Wave 2, which is nice. I can't stand the multiple wave supply issue and having to hold people's money, wait. I can't stand the whole thing, because then the price goes down, the people waiting get upset, the price goes up, the people waiting are really happy, then the stores cancel their order because they were waiting for the second wave, the price went up, the store tells people they didn't get their second wave, the whole stupid thing. So no matter which direction the price moves, one party's happy, one person always gets screwed. I can't stand this multiple wave stuff. So that's right. That's my opinion on that, everybody. So based on that, $290 out the door with tax collector box. If the supply holds true, and this isn't some wizard shenanigan to manipulate the supply to keep prices inflated, to say, hey, look, Rudy was wrong, Jeweled Lotus is $1,000. If we go that route, and supply is that bad, and it stays that way post-release, and when the collector boxes are out of print 90 days after release like that, see my point? Then I guess the price doesn't seem that ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very skeptical of $300 collector box prices. Why? Because I'm just being honest. Hey, I'd love to sell you all collector boxes at $400 a box. Let me be blunt with you. Every other collector box that's come out has literally come out and dropped in price. Except Throne of Eldraine at the beginning. And of course, Ikoria collector boxes. But I do still apologize for that, because I feel like Ikoria, when it came out at the $190, $200 box, and then it immediately just jumped to $250 above. As of the filming of this video, Ikoria collector boxes actually never did drop back down. And unfortunately, some of that is, I still kind of have to acknowledge that some of that was my fault by going to the open market to buy 2,000 boxes across the country and just annihilate the supply. It was a nightmare. I don't want to, you guys remember that. But the orders were filled and moved on. But the point is, based on that history and that price memory, I can't recommend buying collector boxes for $300 a box. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you're loving it, and a lot of you all want this inflated, jeweled Rudy Lotus double taco, full art, no borders, completely nude Lotus. I can't get behind it. It's just, my instinct just says no. I know you guys, and our body says yes, but the instinct says no. I can't do it. Sorry. $300 collector boxes. I still think the better direction to go. You get double the packs of the collectors. Instead of 12, you get 24 for the draft box. Even draft boxes at $120, $130. Honestly, even if you paid the full $140 a box for a draft box on TCG Player and tax, I kind of still like that better than $300 for a collector box. Because you can buy 2 draft boxes at $140 each, and that's still less than a collector box. And that's 48 packs versus the 12. I can't. When you get $300, I'm uneasy about that, everybody. So that's where I stand on that. Jumping over to the last thing, the Commander Legends Commander deck set. Commander Legends Commander. Right? CLC? Commander Legends Commander. CLCD. Commander Legends. I don't know much about it. Haven't followed much on it. Barely anyone's getting the deck set. That could be the sleeper of it all. Depending if the cards and the hot cards and some of the cards within the full decks, I'm sure the deck lists are out and I just haven't paid attention because I'm a Timmy in a basement. I get bad internet signal in the basement. That could be the sleeper one. If one of the cards or something within that kit that has one of or two of within those decks, because I'm seeing barely anybody selling those. I don't even know if I'm going to sell that item to the patrons because I'm only getting like 100. Let me put in perspective for you. Is my camera still going? Let me tell you guys this. No joke. When we had just a couple months ago, 2 months, a month, when Zendikar Actual came out, Zendikar Rising, and the Zendikar Commander deck set came out, I was able to get like 1,500 pulling all across the nation. Now, some of that had to come from California, and of course, a lot of the product I've been able to get extra has been New York, New Jersey, but it's kind of like I've told the patrons, kind of a bittersweet, kind of a crappy thing, because, you know, that part of the country, especially with the virus situation, a ton of those stores never reopened, and it's just a terrible story. It's kind of awkward how it happened, but a lot of the products been coming from there being pulled down to the Florida area and kind of being pulled down here to the southeast instead of the kind of those epicenters of a lot of those people going through that stuff, which is terrible. So that could be a sleeper thing, because as of right now, the amount of people selling Commander deck sets, Commander Legends, Commander deck sets, it's a pain to say. We should change the name of that. Is very low, and the supply is awful, and it's still pretty cheap. Like, even eBay, you can buy a deck set of both different variants, and it's like, what, 40 bucks, 20 bucks a piece plus tax? So what, $21, $22 each? So $44 for the deck sets? I mean, wow, that's nice. So let's go back to the draft boxes here and kind of do a kind of a discussion about it. Obviously, until this product comes out and we really see what happens and how things stabilize with Jeweled Lotus and the other mythics, in which, see, the funny thing is, from my experience of doing this stuff and putting my entire life in cardboard and ink in a basement, I want to kind of just go on a tangent real quick. From my experience of doing this, back in the day, I used to pay a lot of attention to the spoiler seasons. I used to do, when I first started this channel, in 24 or 5 years ago, I used to spend a lot more of the videos talking about spoilers and the hype and all that of each new set. Look back, Eldritch Moon, Shadows, BFZ, Oath. I spent a lot more time talking about that kind of stuff. The reason for that is because I was doing mass box openings. So I was really wanting to be on top of the market, what's hot, what's not, follow the trend. I used to spend a lot more time. And again, my YouTube thing, nobody knew who I was. The videos got 100 views. It was just kind of like a side thing I did for fun. And I can tell you from experience, from doing mass box openings on about, 15 to 20 different sets in the last 10 years. I remember very clearly that almost every single time, the only thing that was certain within that uncertainty was that there are certain rares and mythics that are actually the true winners. And the ones that almost every single time, the probability of the pre-order cards that are the #1 king of the land actually being the #1 card throughout the product's life cycle is actually surprisingly low. It's very strange, everybody. And let's pick out some silly stuff. Like when I used to do mass box openings on M12, M13, M14, M15. On those mass box openings, it turned out most of my money was actually made from random rares that I remember. Like, I remember Solum Simulacrum, the Terminator guy, the original version, like M12, or Adaptive Automaton or something. There's these different cards. And then uncommons. In M13, there were rings, a set of rings. And I remember having, after the set came and went, and I kind of recouped most of my money, kind of broke even. I was slowly just kind of make a profit as the months went by. I'd wake up someday, and a circuit breaker would be tripped, and somebody bought out all 8 copies of something. I'd look at it and go, oh, wow, that $1 rare just went to $10. I'd go back to the inventory on the 4th floor basement. I'd say, wow, I have 150 copies. Instead of $1 a piece, they're now $10 a card. Boom. I got $1,500. I can net, $1,000 now. So that would be really, in other words, what I'm getting at is the real money and profits tend to come from things where everybody's over here going, wow, look at the light and curves on Rudy's rounded face. Jeweled Lotus is my future. It's really not. I mean, I still think the card's cool. I think it's kind of funny. I feel like it's a meme card though. Like, I feel like they did the name and the theme of it as kind of like a middle finger to the reserve list, and they knew everybody would just get really irritable about it. I kind of feel that way. But anyways, when you look at the sets, Modern Horizons, there was a recent one. Ren and Stimpy, Ren and 6, when it came out, it was not the hot card. The Sliver was, the new Sliver King Queen card, whatever it was, Urza's, and of course, even Force and Negation. The rare in Modern Horizons, like $35 rare, not even mythic in Modern Horizons. Even that at the beginning, I swear that was like $5 to $8 or something. And I've learned over the years that the big money comes as the set and they solve the format. And I know this is a Commander thing, not really standard and all that stuff, but feel free to attack me. I like it. It gets good interactions with the video, helps me, get views and clicks, which actually make me money so I can buy tacos to survive. So, but as far as this Commander set, not really standard, but as far as Commander goes, in this particular product, I still feel because of how many new cards and how many new rares and mythics there are. There's going to be hidden sleepers throughout the set that no one's paying attention to. And that's really where the real money is. And this is another reason why the people who do mass box opening, if this was 2015 Rudy right now, or 2016 Rudy, dude, you guys, I'd be at Costco right now buying 10 more card tables, getting an assembly line set up, calling up some friends and part-time workers. I'd get some family members. Dude, I'd be getting probably 5-10 people ready to go. I mean, no joke. If I was running this kind of operation, I would be telling people, get ready. We're going to be running 2, 3, 10-hour shifts. We're going to do an all-nighter. I want 600 box mass box opening minimum on Commander Legends. We ain't selling any sealed boxes. Like 2015, 2016 Rudy, if I was watching what's happening with his Jeweled Lotus and these mythics and scroll racks and these other... Dude, if I saw this, 100%. 100% I'd be all over this. I'm talking oversized Rudy inside of 4-party packs in a basement on the 5th floor now. I would be into this like there's no one's business. That's where the real money is. Sure, selling a box and shipping and this and that and fees, you can probably make $10 a booster box or maybe $20 a booster box, depending where these numbers settle, on a draft box. But I'm telling you, flipping these cards, and based on what I'm seeing, when you've got a mythic, not a foil mythic, not a showcase, when you have a regular mythic, and Timmys are willing to pay $100 to $150 for a regular mythic, and dude, when I see numbers like that, immediately, that's the first thing I'm going to dump. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get that assembly line going. I'm going to tell all these people who's working for me, no, I don't pay anyone in money. You only get paid 1 taco per hour to keep you going. And literally, I would just say, every time you get a Jeweled Lotus, put it aside or yell out bingo. And I would pull all the Jeweled Lotuses, and that would be the very first thing I would dump. If I was running the operation, that would be how I'd handle it. I would actually then take the cheapest mythics, all the mythics under $5, I wouldn't list any of them. Wouldn't list any of them. I'd build up a position of 100, 200 of each of those mythics. I'd put them all aside. Any rare that's under $3, $4, $5, I'd put them all aside. I wouldn't list them. I'd get all the common cards ready to roll for local, cash pickup, online play sets. I'd get everything. And I tell you what, this is something that whoever runs these stores, and I know there's some of you out there who do this. I'm telling you, the people who know what they're doing, there's going to be huge money in this. And I'm not even talking about the collector box. I'm just talking regular draft boxes right now. This collector thing, it's not that exciting because no one can get tens of thousands of boxes. It's just this stupid underprinting. It's dumb. So I know I'm on a huge tangent, but I really wanted to share this Commander Legends thing is kind of what I thought the Zendikar hype was going to be. And Zendikar hype just leveled out. And I don't know if it's a short-term thing. I know most of the other stores I've talked to, at least in Florida, Georgia area, they've all told me, simply put, we love the Zendikar. It sold great for us, Rudy. The collector boxes did great. The Commander set, the draft Zendikar, even though it's still on allocation. We've had customers locally. We're not allowed to do F&Ms, but overall, it's done well for us. But we need to move the product out. I need to raise cash to get ready for Commander Legends. So that's where we're at, everybody. That's the end of the video. That's where we got. And that could be building an interesting future for Zendikar Rising. Especially the collector boxes and the Commander Rising Commander sets. Not Commander Rising. Commander Rising. I'm getting these words confused. The Zendikar Rising could be setting up for an interesting scenario. It's almost like the Theros. I actually kind of feel like Theros collector boxes and Theros could actually still be one of the better long-term plays because of how little the set was appreciated and how bad it did at the beginning. All the stores just backed away. Kind of like Core 21. So, wrapping it up there. Hope you guys learned something. Sorry to go off on tangent about the mass box opening if I was running an operation, but there's some serious opportunities here with this product for stores or people looking to sell singles. It's going to be a big deal. Not as much on the sealed product this time, but man, because of what we're seeing on the single card prices, man, there's going to be some huge opportunity for you guys out there who are running online stores, LGSs, WPNs, ABC liquors, and QHCs, or whatever they sell on the internet and on the shady websites. But just be aware. Hope you guys learned something today. That's all I got. And yeah, keep an eye on some of the other recent sets too, everybody. I know we're busy, but don't forget War of the Spark and those Core 19, Core 20 sets. There's going to be some weird shenanigans out there.